But to see Garrett Hedlund in that, and then to imagine we just watched him in Crimson Peak.
He's not in Crimson Peak.
Charlie Hunnam. Damn it! God damn it!
You should have just not talked, man.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Up Real Late podcast. This week we're on episode 34, and wow, big week this guys. Big day this week. It's the Oscars, 2016. What? The Oscars.
Should I miss those?
It's an award show.
Wow, you didn't watch that?
No.
Wow.
Sorry.
Fuck.
My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick, who did not watch the Oscars.
I'm of course kidding. Of course I watched it. I've watched it every year since 2003 when I was 40. It's been fantastic.
Also here is Tyler Spitulski.
I watched the MTV Movie Awards.
Who won Best Kiss?
Tobey Maguire, obviously.
Again.
Yeah, he just nails it every time.
Does anyone else win?
No.
Was that when you kissed Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, upside down.
Also here is Adam Freeney.
Hello. Very excited. I'll take the role of Tim this week and be very tired, though. But I will fight it, and I will bring enthusiasm. But just know, I'm very excited about a certain winner tonight.
Come on. It's the Up Real Late podcast. We got to stay up late.
That's true. That's true.
Let's just run down a few topics we're going to discuss this week on the podcast. We're not doing any last scenes this week, but we are going to do a review of the movie that got released this week in theaters, and that is 999. We're also going to talk about some news later, including some Pacific Rim news. Disney's doing a Captain Nemo film, and the latest Fassbender, Alicia Vikander film. And we're going to do the Oscars. We're going to talk about all the Oscar winners, snubs. We'll get into it. These guys are losing it right now.
Oh.
Sorry.
Inside joke. As your lawyer, do not say it on the air. Continue, Scott.
All right, I'm totally missing something here. Also, if you guys do want to skip ahead to any of the topics I just mentioned, you can go in the description box below and click any of the timestamps, and you can skip ahead. And yeah, if you guys do like our videos, don't forget to like, comment in the comment section, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And on iTunes.
Yes. So let's not get into our last scenes, which I want to say, but we'll get into our review of the week right away, and that is 999, directed by John Hillcoat, who also directed Lawless a couple years ago, directed The Road, starring a pretty big cast: Casey Affleck, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Anthony Mackie, Woody Harrelson, Aaron Paul, Norman Reedus, Clifton Collins Jr., Kate Winslet, Gal Gadot, among others. Let's hear the old synopsis there, Tim.
Forced to do the Russian mob's dirty work, a group of ex-special ops and corrupt cops plan to pull the most dangerous heist yet. But things become messy when the plan involves killing a fellow cop.
Interesting. Very interesting. What do we think of 999? Anyone got any thoughts?
Who wants to dive into this first?
Tyler, let's hear what you got for us. What do you think of 999?
Throw me on the chopping block, eh? I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
Ruthless.
Yeah. I wanted to.
You cut deep, man.
Yeah. I
cut so deep.
Yeah.
Fire away. Don't hold back.
I don't know. It didn't grab me we saw the previews for it, obviously, and it didn't grab. I felt like there was not enough depth to it.
Did you like the previews?
I did like the previews.
Were you excited?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I wanted to like it more, because the trailer got me really hyped for it.
Right.
And then I saw it in the movie, and I was just like, I didn't feel like there was enough there. You know, like, I don't want to go into any specific details until
we'll get into
spoilers. But yeah, I definitely got some stuff to back that up.
Yeah, I'll go next. It's kind of tough. Like I feel like with that big of a cast, you kind of expect, like, wow, it's like a huge cast, great actors here. Mm-hmm. You know, director of Lawless, which I haven't seen, but I've heard is good.
I've heard good things.
The Road, I've heard, is very good as well.
Road's very good.
That was very good.
So I was like, okay, like doing like a heist thriller, like this interesting kind of story. But I kind of felt like there's something missing.
Lacking.
Like it wasn't, I don't know if it was like focused or it was kind of all over the place. The plot wasn't quite, I don't know, it wasn't that easy to understand the motivations for some characters, and
they didn't go into detail into a lot of the motivations. I'd say is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something lacking there. I enjoyed the performances though. The performances were great.
Yeah,
I like Casey Affleck. Chiwetel Ejiofor was good. I love Woody Harrelson in this movie. I don't know about you guys.
I did not. He bothered me.
Really?
I feel like they just got Woody Harrelson to go on. I was like, Harrelson, just come in, do you, and we're just going to record it. And I feel like he nailed it. It was literally Woody Harrelson.
I think he stole his scenes.
I thought you were going negative there.
No.
I feel like his character is like so typical in cop movies, where he's like the cop that does like cocaine, and like he's the super bad cop that would clearly be fired already because like they do drug tests and stuff. He's like clearly going to be. His character bothered me.
Ruthless.
Plus, he seemed like he was doing his best Matthew McConaughey impression for a little bit of it.
Interesting.
Besides him, though, great cast. Everyone else I thought was fantastic.
Specifically when he was investigating, like the first time you meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, he seems like he's trying to pull a Matthew McConaughey, and then he got really druggy, and I was like, no, never mind. This is kind of a.
This is Woody Harrelson.
This is a weird role he's going for right now. Not a fan.
I did like Anthony Mackie. He was pretty solid.
Mackie was great.
Aaron Paul was a nice little seedy, like creepy old kid. Like I did kind of like his character. I didn't necessarily like his character, but I liked his portrayal.
His portrayal of the character.
Norman Reedus, for what he was in,
It's manageable.
Yeah.
not bad.
Adam, how do you feel?
I want to hear what Tim thought of the movie. He said like the cast. What we were just general
Overall impressions, Tim?
Yeah, not good.
Oh, Ruthless.
Which I'm surprised. It's weird because like I thought it was well directed, and I thought the performances were really good, pretty much by almost everyone. But the movie's just very like typical, and you could see it coming away, like see every single like twist coming. I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen, and it happened. I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. The guy behind me explaining it to his wife even knew it. I can get into that in spoilers. He was like talking out one of the scenes. I was like, yeah, I
really?
know. Yeah. Terrible movie going experience too. I told you guys already about the couple that sat right in front of us.
Yeah.
And then this couple sat behind us, and the guy was explaining to his wife. And I was just like, oh god.
You were sandwiched.
Oh god.
You mean like during the movie he was talking, explaining to his wife?
Explaining to his wife.
That's
who probably understood what was happening because this is a paint by numbers cop movie.
Yeah.
With really good performances. I like Clifton Collin Jr. He was great.
I haven't seen him
AKA
in much.
Spanish Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I was going to say Spanish Rob Schneider.
That's insulting. At least mine's like.
You don't see that? I see Rob Schneider.
I've seen him in Boondock Saints 2.
Right, me too.
It's the only thing I've seen.
Schlocky.
Also with Norman Reedus.
Maybe they're boys. I'll jump in with my thoughts. As you guys know, well, I don't know if you do know or not, but I was very hyped for this movie.
We all were, yeah. I think we were all
excited. We were hyped for it,
yeah. The trailer. Great trailer.
Love the trailer. Love John Hillcoat. I always champion him for The Road. I love The Road. Lawless is like good. I don't love it. I think The Road is his best movie from what I've seen. I've only seen the two.
Those are his best known.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I was super excited for this movie. Massive name cast. And I liked it, but I'm a little torn. I didn't love it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm going to vibe Tim and Ty. Just didn't even like it. It was bad.
It wasn't bad. When I said not good, I meant like...
Not great.
Yeah. Like, I will never watch it again.
Yeah.
Nor will I recommend it to people, really.
Oh my god.
But it's not like a bad movie. It's just like, it's so... Blech.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Tim. It wasn't great, but I wouldn't say it was like bad.
Yeah.
It was just missing something.
Yeah.
I agree. It did have... Well, I'm torn. There's things I really liked. Like the beginning I loved.
What I did like was Kate Winslet keeping an accent the whole time.
Yes.
As opposed to Steve Jobs, where she kept dropping it. She was awesome in this movie.
I'm sorry, you thought she kept her accent the whole movie? Because I disagree.
Really?
It was disgusting.
I felt it was more consistent.
I felt sick listening to her talk.
I didn't think it was like a particularly good accent, but it was like the same throughout, unlike Steve Jobs.
Much more consistent.
Which she was just nominated for.
Are
which
you
dropped a lot.
saying her performance in 999 is better than her Oscar
No,
nominated?
I'm just saying that she kept the accent the whole time.
I did not feel
Whether or
that-
not that was a good Russian accent. Russian Jewish.
I felt like
so
in
I
the
don't know if there's
beginning,
a twinge to that or not.
Russian Jews. I felt like in the beginning of the movie when you first hear her talk, like okay, like she's has a Russian accent, and then later on in the movie, like there were some scenes where I just didn't hear her accent at all.
Really?
Like, it was. I found it jarring. Like I was like, that's disgusting.
I don't think it was an amazing accent, but I found it way better than the Steve Jobs accent, like completely, because she was doing like 3 different accents in the Steve Jobs movie, and this was one that was kind of in and out.
I just think she was kind of miscast.
I think that she just can't do accents really, and she just stopped casting her in parts.
Winslet as like a mob boss, mob.
It seems like a situation where like they're like, oh my god, well, no one bigger than Kate Winslet has auditioned or whatever, shown interest in the role, so we have to give it to Kate Winslet type thing. Like, why else, other than her name? Why else? She's clearly not a good fit.
I don't know. I didn't hate her in this role. I didn't think that she was.
But she wasn't good.
I didn't think that she wasn't. I didn't think she was unfit for this role. I think it definitely could have been played by a lot of other people.
This movie is such a mixed bag for me because, like, again, saying I was torn. Love the opening, the whole heist.
Yeah,
so great.
The heist was tense.
Great.
The action scenes were great.
This movie's gonna be great, and then there's kind of a drought in the middle where I'm just like, okay, like this is kind of generic, like for a long time. Then I actually love the third act. I don't know. I guess you guys didn't, obviously.
Kinda.
Like when they explain what a 999 is, I was like, oh fuck, that's sick. Like I didn't see that coming, and then how the third act plays out. I didn't think it was that predictable. I was pretty like shocked. I was like, wow, it's a little bit like different.
My one thing is I'll kind of agree with you.
Tim completely disagrees. It's okay.
The very beginning scene was amazing.
Right.
And then I feel like that drought lasted almost the rest of the entire movie.
Okay. That's
at
fair.
the very end, what I wanted was closure, which is what I feel like I didn't get from this, like at all. I didn't feel like, okay, that makes sense. I didn't get that from this.
Now, are you?
I have a lot of issues. Like
Spoiler.
you said, you really liked that ending of the third act.
The third act, not necessarily
you didn't
like
think it was predictable. Like
the last frame, but the third act.
I don't know if I necessarily picked out what exactly was going to happen, but the things that did happen, I definitely agree. Like I don't think there was closure in some moment, which we'll get into in spoilers.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot to say about some of the things that happened
Of course.
in that third act.
Some of the things that
It
didn't
reminded
happen.
me a lot of like The Town and The Departed, like elements from both, but
Yeah,
not
I got
as good
that.
as either.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Like John Hillcoat, I saw him on Collider saying how he just wanted to make like an action movie and how Lawless he was supposed to have more action, but I can't remember why for some reason he couldn't do a lot of action sequences in it or something. And he just kept calling it an action movie, so I guess with that expectation I wasn't expecting like any form of plot twist, and I thought there was a couple twists, whether good or not.
In this movie, I had next to zero twist. I was waiting for the big twist, and I
surprised you guys
I didn't get it. Like I was like,
Really?
heist movie, heist twist, something, give me something, and it was.
We'll get into it in spoilers
nothing.
more.
There was one twist where I was like, "Oh, that's a nice little twist on it. Something change on what you're expecting like the whole time to happen. Didn't happen, and something else happened."
Right.
Which we'll get into, but I was like, "Okay, that was good," but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna quote my friend who I saw it with, Connor. Shout out to Connor Tino, who
Shout out
Tyler, who said he didn't like the movie, and as we talked about it more and more, he disliked it even more and more as he talked about it.
I did like
I
the brutality of
similar
some of the headshots and stuff, not cutting away, just showing
Yeah, that's pretty
straight up blunt, like gun connecting with head, boom, trigger pulling, you see everything one shot.
Like how you could point it. I am one of you pointed at me.
I just did like finger guns,
subliminal.
Yeah,
finger guns to Ty's head there. My favorite thing was the performances, though, which I think is unanimous from us.
Yeah. For
Anthony
sure.
Mackie was charismatic, hilarious, like great. Kate Winslet, not so great.
Sorry, I just want to cut in.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie kind of played. Oh my God, Training Day. What's his name?
Denzel.
He kind of did a little Denzel impression in this movie,
But
which I liked. Like, he wasn't quite full
was
like gangster, but it was a similar type of character, like
Totally.
very similar.
And
which is pretty awesome.
I like Norman Reedus. He was fine. Wasn't in it much. Aaron Paul I thought was very good. Played his role well. And the weird thing is I have a negative and a positive. Casey Affleck, who I love, me and Tim love, right?
Yes.
I'm super hyped to see him in this movie. I did not like him in the movie.
Really?
Didn't like him. He was so I don't want to say phoning it in, but he was just so dull.
He didn't have much to work with, really.
And
that's the problem. They didn't. There wasn't enough focus in this movie on some of these characters that you would think would have the focus and have more fleshed out characters.
The characters aren't great
that you care about. All the scenes with him and Teresa Palmer, who played his wife, don't give a fuck about that relationship. Why do I care? The backstory. Why do I care? I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
Who's Teresa Palmer? Casey Affleck's
wife.
Yeah.
I don't care. That totally. All those scenes, I'm like, well, why am I watching this?
That brings me to my next point. I was floored by Chiwetel Ejiofor.
He's great.
He was fucking amazing.
Super badass.
Not good.
Intimidating.
Amazing.
Yeah. He's great.
He transformed. Clearly put on a lot of muscle. He had the scars on his head to just kind of inform his character. He's seen some shit.
Yeah.
And his accent perfectly hidden.
Mm-hmm.
The scene, the opening scene is completely dark and silhouetted. Obviously, you can't see anyone's face. And you're hearing Chiwetel Ejiofor talk. I literally had no idea it was him. No clue.
Now here's my problem: is he was amazing in this,
and they don't show him enough, right?
They didn't show anything about his character.
He could have been the star.
He should have been the entire
but that's
movie.
There's a couple characters here. There's a couple characters here that could have been the star.
Who's the star of this movie? There's no star in this movie.
Is it Casey Affleck? Is it Chiwetel?
Casey Affleck's barely in it, really.
I mean,
is it Anthony Mackie? Is it Casey Affleck? Is it Chiwetel Ejiofor?
That's the thing. Chiwetel Ejiofor. There was some backstory to his character, but again, he wasn't. His character wasn't fleshed out enough where I cared about his kid, his relationship with Gal Gadot.
Completely confusing.
Are you kidding me? She had 2
How many
lines.
scenes did they have together?
What a waste.
Any? One?
2. That was it. They had 2 scenes together, and that was it.
An up-and-coming star like Gal Gadot, who should be getting more screen time in a movie like this. She's Wonder Woman. What the hell?
Yeah, and this is what we're getting from her.
And she just got shoehorned into 2 lines.
Yeah.
A couple scenes.
All I could think was
ex-wife.
Show me more Chiwetel. This is he made the movie. He saved the movie for me. He made it watchable. I just wanted to see more of him. Every time they cut away from him, I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
Now I'm going to circle back to what you said about Casey Affleck, because you love him.
Me and Tim love him.
But you guys, but you didn't like him in this movie, Adam.
Yes.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm not a huge Casey Affleck fan. I haven't seen him in a lot of things that I like. So I guess that kind of reflects back on him a little bit. I liked his character in this. I'm not saying the character he had great depth or anything like that. I'm not saying because none of them did. But I liked
performance.
Yeah, I liked his performance of his character in this.
Yeah. I'll tie it into Ashley's corner.
Okay.
I saw this with my girlfriend Ashley, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little quote from her.
Oh boy.
As soon as the movie ended, she turned to me and said, I quote, "Awful." End quote.
Really? Oh my god.
That's it. That's all it was.
She gave it 1 star. Wow. Purely for Casey Affleck, who she thought was really good. That's it.
Okay, can I take a poll?
Reels here?
Ty, you like Casey Affleck?
I'll
One
accept
reel.
a star.
In this movie, yes.
I like Casey Affleck in this movie, yes.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Well, again, I'm a fan. I don't know. He was the worst part for me.
I felt like this was my
Winslet,
prisoners to Jake Gyllenhaal.
Of course, Kate Winslet is the worst part, but that doesn't count.
What do you guys think of Clifton Collins Jr.?
Loved him.
Who I forget the name of his character, Franco or something.
Franco, yeah.
Portrayal or the character itself?
Love both for me.
Both,
because I found the character to be very predictable. From start to finish, I saw everything from beginning to end. I saw very predictable.
I haven't seen him in much. Do you guys know him from something? Or?
I know him from
Boondock Saints 2, where he was pretty
Star Trek.
Pokey.
Yeah,
he was in Star Trek.
No, but I thought he was.
But he was pretty solid in this. I liked his performance.
Yeah, performances were good.
He was one of what's his face's henchmen. Eric Bana's henchmen.
One of
those nameless henchmen.
Eric Bana's henchmen.
Nemo. What's the guy's name in the first? The yellow dude in the first movie. No idea. He plays one of those
We
henchmen.
don't
He's
call
barely
him
in
that.
it.
Yeah, that's how I know him.
He's barely in it.
Romulan?
A Romulan. He plays a Romulan.
He
Yeah.
plays a Romulan.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I know him from like Pacific Rim.
Was he in Pacific Rim?
He was. He was the guy at the control panel.
He was he was credited as guy at the control panel too.
Uncredited.
Romulan number 3 guy control panel.
Clifton Collins Jr.
It's sad, but that's actually how I know him. But I loved his portrayal of this character, but I found the character to be annoyingly predictable.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go around and give our ratings, and then maybe we'll get into some spoilers.
All right.
Anyone want to start us off? Ty, you started off your initial reactions. Let's get your rating.
I'm gonna give this a light 2.
Light 2.
Yeah.
Vicious.
Yeah, and that's purely just based on performances.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's performances carrying that.
Yeah, so those 2 reels are purely for performance.
Yeah, if the performances weren't there, it would be lower than that.
Touche.
Yeah.
Adam.
You looking up Clifton Collins Jr. still?
I may or may not be looking up Clifton Collins Jr.'s IMDb resume. Yes.
You see man at control board?
And yes, maybe it did say best well known for Pacific Rim. What of it, Ty? Anyways, 3 reels for me. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I thought it looked amazing. It is not amazing, but I still enjoyed it. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but it's not terrible like Ty thinks, and Tim, and Scott.
I don't think it's terrible. For me, it's a light 3.
I really didn't like it.
Ouch.
It's a light 3 for me. And that's... I feel like in a month I won't remember this movie. I won't really care.
Yeah.
But the performances at the time... And there was some twists that I enjoyed. But the faults, I think, in the storytelling, the fleshing out of the characters, the plot that I just don't care about as far as what they were doing exactly and the reasoning behind it. I didn't care enough about that and enough about the characters. The focus wasn't quite there. Yeah.
I'm just
Light
happy.
3 for me.
I'm happy that we
I
can
agree.
refer to Clifton Collins Jr. as Franco now, not just Romulan number 3.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, he
Detective
was
Franco.
also uncredited vegan police officer in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Don't you ever forget it either.
He was.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Transcendence, Knight of Cups, upcoming Westworld
He was in
TV
Transcendence.
Show. I mean,
Of course, you know Transcendence.
this Clifton Collins Jr. kid, he's coming up in the world.
The Knight of Cups thing is hilarious because, like, there's a bunch of people in, like, I've seen Knight of Cups.
Right.
There's a bunch of people in Knight of Cups. There's like a scene where there's like a party.
Oh yeah, you
Like
told me
a
about
big
this.
Hollywood party in the movie. And there's some actors where you see, like, in like a pan, in like a one...
And CCJR was there. Clifton Collins Jr.
I'm sorry, who? Yeah.
CCJR.
We
Like, he
abbreviate
was
his name
probably
now.
in that
That's what we
scene.
call him.
Yeah.
He was probably in that scene. I'm blanking on the guy's name. Sofia Vergara's...
Joe Magliano.
Yeah. He's in it for like one scene with like
Greasy
Jason
Italian.
Clarke,
Love it.
who's in Terminator and whatever, Everest, whatever. They're like hugging, laughing, like drinking, like in like one shot. It's hilarious.
Actually, I remember Clifton Collins Jr.'s only line in Scott Pilgrim, March 8th, gelato.
Oh my god.
Gelato's not vegan? Milk and eggs, bitch.
I remember that. Classic CCJR.
He is also in Capote.
Right.
Really?
He's very good in Capote. I remember that now. He plays Perry Smith, one of the guys that robs that house that Capote wrote the book about. Shit.
I haven't seen Capote, so I
Haven't
don't know
seen
what you're
Capote.
talking about.
Wow.
I like Tim Moore's control board guy.
That is his go-to role.
Tim, let's get your rating on 999.
Heavy 2.
Ruthless.
All right.
Ruthless.
All right, let's get into spoilers. You guys haven't seen the movie yet.
Okay.
Skip ahead, but let's get into some spoilers. Anything jump out? First,
They did not. Every single character did not have any depth to their. Like, there was no story at all to them. Every single one, they gave a light. They lightly touched
light dusting
on what could have been good
Superficial
stories, but
dusting.
didn't give you fuck all.
You get the junkie. You get the family man who's being troubled. You get the cop who just wants to do good. You got the veteran cop who's just a drunk.
And you get the Jewish Russian mob wife who's trying to do her husband good so he can get out of prison.
It's pretty specific.
That one was actually pretty specific. That was probably the deepest one there.
You get Gal Gadot.
And
you
that's
get it all.
You get Gal Gadot, and that
you get Michael K. Williams.
That's
my pick. If you remember back to the Fantastic
Did not
Four
expect
episode,
that role from him.
I laughed.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Is
I
that
remember
Michael
seeing
K.
his name in the
Williams?"
credits. I was like, oh yeah, Michael K. Williams is in this. I was waiting for him to show up, and then he showed up. I was like, huh.
Which, for the audience, he plays like a cross-dresser, transvestite, like woman. It's
try
amazing.
wanting that guy to be your Spawn, and then seeing 999.
That is Spawn.
Recall Fantastic Four episode? Chose him for Spawn reboot, so...
He's great.
He
Nailed
was
that
pretty
part.
awesome.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
he nailed
Completely
that
underutilized role.
Well, as soon as I
back.
saw Woody Harrelson talking to him, I immediately got like an anger management flashback where Woody Harrelson played a crossdresser. Do you guys remember that?
No.
Wait, that crossdresser was played by Woody Harrelson?
No. Oh yeah. In anger management. Yeah, that's Woody Harrelson.
I haven't seen... What was that with Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler. Yeah.
I remember seeing that movie in the theater when it came out, like, whatever, 10, 12
That's
years
Woody
ago.
Harrelson. So, I mean, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow.
That was before I took an interest to film.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson is that
Crossdresser.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was his best role.
That's just
I'm baffled right
mind
now.
blown right now.
I'm baffled. Wow. Any scenes we want to talk about specifically? Any twists?
I loved the action scenes. The first bank robbery scene was great, and also when they're storming the house looking for the
Yes.
drug lord guy.
Probably the best
Also
part.
great.
Best part in the movie for me.
Lots
actually.
of tension there.
Besides that, not much else going on. The last robbery, which was like in a Homeland Security building,
Black site.
Holding. Safe.
pretty simple to get into that building. Like it didn't take a lot for them to do it, and then their
Right? A
exit
simple
plan
key card.
was
I'm sorry, Adam just showed me a photo of Woody Harrelson, which I'll put up on the screen.
That would be
Woody Harrelson as a crossdresser.
What? Galaxia.
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 In anger
That's it.
management.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow, I'm sure you guys are
I'm sorry,
laughing.
that had to be done.
Look at that photo. It's a gem. But yeah,
Anyway.
incredibly easy to break in.
yeah, and their exit plan was terrible.
We're going
They
into
like got swarmed by guards, and then like their plan was just to back up really quickly and get shot at. Like
That's
so
true.
So we're gonna
stupid.
break into a central like some sort of like intelligence agency black site.
Here's the thing.
Let's not spring for bulletproof glass.
Let's take out the 3 guards they have on duty there.
Here's the thing. You say that we're trying to figure out exactly what it is. That kind of shows how they didn't quite explain why. Why exactly were they going there?
They're getting some sort of files
The floppy disk.
that
To
would
fix
magically
something.
Yeah.
release her husband from the gulag.
I can't
What?
believe you
Exactly,
even got
right?
that from that. My brain is like empty. I have
Like-
no idea.
How many files were on those zip disks? Really? Like they can't
Megabytes
hold.
worth.
Yeah, they can't hold much.
That's like a couple bytes or something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember zip disks. I don't know
That's
what
the
you guys are
problem.
talking about.
Here's the thing. It needed
Yeah.
something for us to care about as
Yeah.
far as the plot goes, as far as something to move it forward in that regard. And when I don't care, when I don't know what the heck they're doing, why
Yeah.
they're doing it,
Yeah.
and
I-
what
They should have had
the
a
characters
star in
have
the
to
movie,
gain.
and it should have been Chiwetel.
Yeah.
He
think-
should have been the star in the movie. They should have
Yeah.
focused on his character a lot more than they did.
I want to know more about his son, about his relationship with Gal Gadot. Like there was
You know
something there.
what movie John Hillcoat did about one central character just protecting his son?
The Road.
The Road.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. I think the problem is John Hillcoat got overwhelmed trying to balance this amazing cast and give everyone something to do. And when you do that, bite off more than you can chew, and it ends up with no star of the movie.
And this is a first-time screenwriter as well.
Really?
Toss it out, yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
The
That
one,
explains a lot.
the one thing here is that like probably the one thing that I found that was, like, would have really turned this movie around is if we knew why his character was being blackmailed by
Who?
Kate Winslet.
Oh, Chiwetel?
Chiwetel, yeah. I want to know why he's like,
she did make some unnecessary, like, just baffling decisions.
yeah.
to smite his team, which I didn't understand why.
Yeah, they needed a top-notch team to break into his building, but let's kill like
Half
one
the
of their
team.
main guys.
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
Like kill Aaron
What's
Paul's
your
character,
reasoning?
so that way Norman Reedus gets all pissed off. That would make way more sense.
We're going to talk about how Norman Reedus and Aaron Paul are brothers in this movie.
Yeah.
Air quotes. In what world do they resemble each other
Norman
at all?
Reedus and Casey Affleck could be brothers in this movie.
I could see that maybe.
Even
But, like,
that's a reach. But Aaron Paul and Norman Reedus?
Hey,
like,
they both had greasy hair.
They were both friggin' greasy characters.
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
But that's it,
don't
yeah.
tell me they're supposed to be brothers. And Norman Reedus drops a, come on, little brother.
No one ever says it in real life.
No one in real
My,
life says,
my brothers never call me little brother.
No.
If I did, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? I know I'm your brother.
Tim, little brother.
Yeah. It's
Just
weird.
talking right to the audience.
plotting.
Nothing.
Fucking triple nine.
So I'm surprised you guys rated it as high as you did.
Oh, I'm giving it a
Performances,
0
man,
after this
it's
one.
for-
Yeah,
Performances are
like
good.
performances
I
are
like
good.
Performances
it.
and those two action scenes are
But
great.
performances are carrying it to a 3.
3 stars
Plus
for Chiwetel.
Chiwetel blowing off that dude's ankle was pretty sick.
Thank you for reminding me. Favorite scene.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Ruthless.
sick. And his ankles just dangling.
That was gross.
There's some people in my theater that were like, "Ugh!" Like there's some lady behind
That
me,
was
just,
me,
just
I think.
like, oh, I thought she was about to was about to puke. Like,
Good.
it's hilarious. But there's one thing in regards to the Chiwetel as a star, like the result of his character arc, totally unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Like just gets popped in the head, just killed.
I was okay with him being killed because I don't mind when like major characters die in movies. It's just
I'm okay with
To
that,
what end?
but
it's just
You know?
That reminded me
there
of
was
The
no
Departed. That was The
resolution.
Departed
There was no.
Flash, I got.
Closure.
first of all he blows up
I like
Kate Winslet's
that.
character.
How can he have the foresight in that to think of that?
Yeah.
Put a bomb in the present and everything.
Yeah.
And then not think that, not
Clifton Collins.
and still trust.
Clifton Collins
Yeah.
just split up $3 million. Like it's,
I
Who
don't
the entire
understand.
movie is clearly trying to overthrow him.
Yeah.
And, like, challenging him.
he even said I would straight up kill a cop without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And somehow he just straight up trusts him and then
Yeah.
gets killed for it. It just doesn't line up with the rest of his character
It's true.
for me.
Also, it's just not satisfactory just seeing like a weird explosion happen in the distance. You're like, okay, yeah, I saw that coming.
Oh, I was going to say that. I was like,
That was the part where the movie where really bugged me because there's a really quiet scene where like Trudeau's like getting back into his car, he's pulling open his phone, dialing the number for the bomb to go off, and the bomb goes off. The guy that was explaining it to his wife behind me, that whole quiet scene was like, "There's a bomb in that package.
oh my god.
Like he's going to blow up in a sec. It's good. Yeah, it happened." I'm like, "Yep, I know.
The
I'm
whole-
seeing it. You're
whole
also
theater.
saying it's happening."
Unreal.
Terrible.
I wish they actually showed Kate Winslet's like just destroyed, mangled body in that.
Jesus.
Oh, they
But
did.
they didn't.
Oh, yeah, they did.
That's- I mean,
quickly.
That is my dream.
They,
Just kidding.
Jesus.
they showed like this corpse that's just sitting on the side of the road, and it's like,
They did show it.
yeah,
The red dress and everything. But
Yeah,
it was
like it wasn't satisfying.
Subtly,
though.
it was
Yeah.
subtle.
poorly executed, except like I like the idea of what Chiwetel does in that scene where he like blows him up with the kid's gift and shit.
Yeah.
But just like Tim said, they drive off camera and you just see like a fiery explosion in the very, very background.
Plus, did he not think about
So-
it? Like, does he think that like a Russian mob guy is going to give a fuck about his son now? Like, that kid's going to get killed, as well as the sister probably, just to like.
I'm okay with them taking it because they need to show that. At least they're gonna show that they're gonna take it,
I don't know.
even if they don't.
That kind of didn't bug me because how many different sources are going to be traced back to trying to blow up that woman? Like obviously she's a high target. I don't think that it would ever gone back to him. That's something that didn't bug me. The fact that he did it and it would never go back to him.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying is
okay
that
with
her husband in the gulag is going to find out that this guy blew up his wife.
I don't think so.
I think so.
How? Like some
His wife just got killed. He's going to get news that his wife died.
yeah.
Kate Winslet's husband?
Husband, yeah, who's waiting in the gulag to get released. He's going to find out that someone blew up his wife, as well
He's
as
not
his
gonna
chance
get
out.
released.
He's going to send people to go after that kid. Like, Chiwetel obviously didn't think about this.
Like how is this in
At all,
any way
really.
like coming back to him? I think he'd be fine.
You thought about it more than Chiwetel.
I did.
You
Oh,
put
this is a bad idea.
you put more thought into this
Why are you murdering the only woman that has, like...
than the people that wrote the characters.
I didn't mind Chiwetel getting shot because it's like showing the ruthlessness of like the bank robber world. Like,
I'm okay with his character dying. Yeah. It's just the way it was done.
You don't like that he kind of...
Plus you saw it coming.
It didn't line up with his character.
Like Franco walking up to him in like the middle of the night on like a side street. I'm like, yeah,
he's gonna get shot right now.
Shot like right here.
Like just the way how he dropped his guard like that, which didn't line up with his character. I didn't like that.
What did you guys think of Woody Harrelson waiting in the back of his car?
It's a lot like Lucky Number 11.
I don't remember what happens. I don't remember.
The guy waits in the back of a car.
You don't say.
Yeah.
But that scene
that's not unique to Lucky Number 11.
I know. Yeah,
but I did like that. I didn't expect that Woody Harrelson would call him and tell him that he's the guy as he was like in the guy's car.
See, that I didn't expect, but like when that scene ended, nothing.
Now I noticed
end of the movie.
I had a feeling you're gonna not like the movie because right at the end I noticed you kind of like face palmed, Ty, and I knew that you hated that ending. You physically face palmed. I'm like, well, I guess I know what Ty thought of it.
Sometimes I just can't control it.
I know. I wanted to bring up a scene that I liked though. I'd like to hear what you guys thought of it when I guess they're gonna when Anthony Mackie's gonna kill Casey Affleck and Aaron Paul's like bleeding out and like freaking out. I thought that was great.
Yeah,
you guys
that
thought
was good.
That was predictable and didn't.
See, that was one thing where something that I expected to happen. Like they're gonna kill Casey Affleck and then 999, and then Anthony Mackie got headshotted.
Thank you.
That was.
I thought that was.
And it was like
the twist I'm talking about.
And it was still that's the one I was gonna mention.
Right.
And how. That was the 999. Was Anthony Mackie, not Casey Affleck?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was good.
Tim, you totally predicted that?
Not totally.
I did not expect that.
I predicted Casey Affleck not dying.
Yes.
Cassie Affleck. I predicted him not dying because I'm like, they're not going to kill him.
No?
No. I was like...
I was totally...
I was like, no, but I thought they were going to be like... I thought where it was going to go was that like they would fuck up trying to kill him and then the 999 wouldn't happen, and then they would still have to break into the Homeland thing and be like a really tense thing. But it was cool. I was expecting Mackie to get shot.
I like the flip of Mackie getting shot and Aaron Paul being the one to do it, and then Casey Affleck blows Aaron Paul away. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah,
it was the oh shit moment for me.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was a good moment, and actually see like Mackie just get fully like headshot right through the forehead, basically. Ouch. That was pretty. Somehow he survived.
Getting shot in the head. I also love this scene when Mackie's trying to wrestle that gun away from that Mexican gang guy.
Yeah.
And then Casey Affleck right?
He just goes right up and just
no hesitation.
Cassie.
Again, you're pointing right at me. Like
again, he just shoots that guy that I really
right
hate.
in the face. I can't
the guy
stand him.
Stand. He puts the gun right to his forehead, and just blows his head off.
Blows his fucking brains away.
Ty, I could have pointed to anyone. Yes, I pointed to you twice, 2 separate times, but. It's anyone. It's for anyone.
It's anyone. It was you, but it could have been anyone.
You.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. No. I
said.
Again. You're doing again. You saw like the internal struggle that Mackie was having with doing the 999. Like,
did you?
You didn't
for like one scene.
And you knew that he was like once that one scene it played out. You knew he wasn't gonna do it.
I thought there'd be more. Like I thought there'd be more of them bonding. And then him dealing with that as well, but it didn't. He seemed pretty okay with it.
Here's the thing. Let me pitch this to you guys. Imagine if this was a show on like HBO or something.
Like a True Detective.
Or like The Shield.
Get more time
or
with
like
these characters.
The Wire.
Yeah,
or like something like that.
Yeah.
Like that actually makes sense with this big ensemble on both sides of the story. You get all these characters. You can get more fleshed out backstories. More of a struggle for Anthony Mackie's character, more backstory for Casey Affleck.
Character development.
Yeah, exactly.
The movie was lacking character.
More in a Chiwetel Ejiofor. More in a Aaron Paul and Norman Reedus' relationship. More Clifton Collins.
Even more Kate Winslet. Like even
more Gal Gadot. More about Michael K. Williams and Woody Harrelson. And, you know what I think? You know what I mean? Like
everyone but Kate Winslet.
More Kate Winslet and her husband, like weird gulag situation.
You're right. I totally agree with that. Just, great point.
You could say that about a lot of movies, like, oh, that'd be better as a show and to get more development. But this one actually,
I normally don't agree, but
I really think this one would be better as a TV show.
I'd agree.
Couldn't agree more. Like like you said, HBO.
It's like an HBO miniseries, like 6-episode thing.
Yeah,
perfect. John Holcomb, what are you doing?
We got anything else to say about Triple Nine?
I spent enough time on
I just thought, like, to reiterate, Casey Affleck, like, one of the parts where I didn't like his performance. I think I just found him wooden, like when he was talking to that like general guy, lieutenant guy in the gang.
Oh yeah,
kind of like roughed him up and like arrested him. He just, and then Anthony Mackie calls him into that convenience store. He was so like wooden, and I can't remember specifically his dialogue, but Anthony Mackie's like, "Yo, are you fucking crazy? Do you know who that is? That's a lieutenant." He's like, "Hey man, look, don't tell me how to do my job, okay, dude? Seriously." Like, it was just so wooden. You guys didn't think that was flat? I was like cringing in that convenience store like confrontation. I was like, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I love Casey Affleck.
I didn't get that in the moment, but
I didn't mind it
I
at
don't
first.
know.
Thinking back, probably looking at it, I probably wouldn't enjoy it now.
I was distracted by how flat he was when he's saying like, "Hey, don't come at me, bro."
you sound like Mark Wahlberg and
That's what I thought of.
Hey man,
like
don't come at me, man. Okay.
the other guys.
Yeah.
hey, no, guys, I wouldn't
What?
do that.
No, ma'am.
Oh, no.
No, ma'am.
I don't know. He just disappointed me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
When he tried to leave when the door was locked, and Anthony Mac, unlock it, you idiot.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. I laughed at that part. That was
Meh.
Brutal.
People laughed in my theater.
People laughed
Yeah.
in our theater. Yeah.
yeah.
Did not laugh at all.
Me neither.
It's brutal.
I laughed.
Unlock it, you dumbass.
That was it. Yeah.
Flat. Not funny.
Probably improvised.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, that was great. Let's keep it in."
Falcon. Huh. Funny.
Speaking of headshots, last thing, Norman Reedus getting popped with a plastic bag over
gonna
his head
talk
was
about that?
pretty.
You couldn't take him to the hospital, guys? Really? Was it that bad?
Scott, he had to get back to Atlanta and shoot Walking Dead. He didn't have time for a hospital.
Well, they
Guys,
were literally in the same city.
They were
so
already in
he
it.
didn't have to park.
You're right.
How far does he have to go?
How
said
far?
Just walks off set
really?
into
You
Walking
just
Dead
wash
set.
the zombie guts off, get a quick shower, and hop on 999 set.
He's still got
for
the
a
dirt
day.
on him from the Walking Dead set.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Just carrying a
No,
crossbow.
seriously
with
though,
him.
like, what actually happened to him? He had a bag over his head. He got suffocated a little bit,
yeah, and
asphyxiated,
it looked like he got stabbed.
He got stabbed or something.
but he
He's
got like
bleeding.
cut in the stomach.
You know what I was thinking about?
What? And then Chiwetel Ejiofor just, sorry guys, he's not going to make it.
Bag
Boom,
of-
boom.
Murray.
just-
I was thinking
this
about
makes sense.
how they're all, you know, when they were had all met up in that alleyway, and the car comes rolling in, and they all get the guns up and run to the car. How the fuck did the car come rolling in if he's in the driver's seat bleeding out? Did he drive there?
No,
Bleeding out?
I think
There
it
was
was
a car
a
driving
car.
away.
yeah, that's what I saw.
There was a car driving away. They chased after the car.
Like they must have, like, I don't know.
Right.
They put a rock on the gas.
Put him
pedal
in there.
and-
They put. I think it was Sicario. The same thing happened in Sicario when Benicio pulled up. The guy who was like bleeding out, like drives the car up.
But how did the van that was driving away like push that car from behind for like?
I don't know. Maybe they drove him there.
16
And
They could have pushed. They could have pushed it a little bit down. There's a hill there. There's a little bit of a ramp there.
It's
Going
just, it
down.
was just the way it was edited. Like, was someone driving and then jumped out and they put Norman Reedus' body in all like around the corner of where they were
I
talking?
don't think the director figured that out.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Again, not enough depth.
Very poorly edited.
Yeah,
Very odd.
I think.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Bizarre.
bizarre.
0 out of 5. I hate this movie.
With that,
Nope, still liked it.
let's
Fuck
move
you.
on into the meat here of tonight. Big night, guys. The Oscars happened. The Oscars, 2016, hosted by
Big O.
Chris Rock. Let's start with Chris Rock. What do we think of his monologue, his
Ruthless.
presentation?
That's it. One word: ruthless.
One word, ruthless. Maybe you could throw get bodied in there.
Get bodied. Get
Get
wrecked.
bodied
Wrecked.
Will Smith specifically.
Oh my god.
Jada?
He's trying to start a beef.
Jada.
with Will Smith.
Jada got
Jada, yeah,
smashed.
you had to expect that they were going to pick on Jada a little bit,
Yeah.
but then like they just tore the shit out of Will Smith.
It was great.
The Fresh Prince. He did nothing wrong. He just didn't get nominated.
He got the
It's only crime.
he got the shrapnel on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Collateral damage.
I thought he was great. I thought
Yeah.
Chris Rock was great.
He was amazing, I thought.
And I did like Kevin Hart, how when he was up there, normally he's like the funny guy to a straight man. He was like the straight man to Chris Rock. Like,
Yeah.
going off.
Yeah.
He spoke some truth. I definitely like that. I liked how they full on addressed the Oscar So White controversy.
A lot.
And every chance they got, basically.
Every joke was, or every joke and skit was about it.
Race.
Yeah. Which is, I was not expecting that.
Great.
It's crazy.
I mean, hopefully, some change happens because of this. But I hope it's not because of this. You know what I mean? I hope
you don't want to see more black nominees just because there were no black nominees this year.
Just because, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You want to make sure more opportunities are afforded.
Yeah.
To people of different races, but
again, it's not an Academy thing. It's just that
it's for me. I think personally, it's a studio.
It's a studio
opportunity
casting thing
situation.
and writing thing that
who's given opportunity?
Because a lot of screenplays aren't written as this character is a white male, etc. It's just they cast them as white male or white female.
It's actually something I loved about 999, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Had he been more of a lead, I was like, oh, it's awesome to see a black actor playing that role, because that didn't have to be a black character. It was just an amazing actor, right?
Anthony Mackie's character.
Anthony Mackie, it was kind of raceless. The characters were...
Yeah, which is most movies are.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a studio decision, this white actor has certain box office draw, we need to cast them.
Totally, yeah.
As opposed to an actor of color who maybe doesn't have that same box office draw.
Clifton Collins.
It's like Idris Elba being cast as Roland Deschain.
Dark
I don't know if that's confirmed yet for Dark Tower.
I think it's pretty much all but confirmed.
I'm a huge fan of that series.
Big news.
That character is white in the series. Could not care less.
Yes.
I'm pumped to see Idris in this role. I think his mannerisms and his presence is perfect for it. I'm pumped.
Was it Idris Elba, as Ali G said?
Idris Elba.
Can we talk about Ali G?
You were losing your shit.
I was dying.
Have you watched the show before? You're a big fan?
Amazing.
Scott was in tears, folks.
I was losing it.
Scott laughing was the funniest part.
Don't get me wrong. We were all laughing as well, but we were laughing at how hard Scott was laughing.
I couldn't contain myself, guys. It was too much.
I agree.
Face
Sacha
was beat red. Hat was askew.
You were just...
The hat was askew.
Just letting her go.
One of the announcers or presenters that I liked, even though they didn't present an award, C-3PO.
Oh...
And R2-D2
Nostalgia
and BB-8.
overload.
That was great.
Amazing.
How great was that, right?
And how great was Jacob Tremblay's reaction? An excited kid trying
I love how
that kid's adorable.
Yeah.
They had the camera ready. When they brought them out, they're like, okay, let's show Jacob Tremblay from Room's reaction.
Straining in a seat to get a better look. I'm like, oh my god.
That's what I would have done if I was a kid. I would do it now.
Yeah.
And how about Jacob Tremblay and Abraham Atta from Piece of No Nation presenting for, what was it, Best Documentary Short?
Best animated short or best documentary short, something like that.
Which is amazing, because they were both short.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Brilliant.
Speaking of good presenter to what they're presenting choice, how about Louis C.K.?
Louis C.K.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what was it?
That was best documentary short.
That was for best documentary short.
Yeah.
What did he say? Whoever wins this is going to drive home in a Honda Civic.
This award actually matters to the people that win. This is the most amazing thing that this whoever wins is going to own.
Yeah.
This is going home in a Honda Civic.
It's not going home to a millionaire.
These people will never be rich.
The winner of this award will forever be uncomfortable having this displayed in their apartment.
Yeah. Their shitty apartment.
Yeah.
Everything he said was true.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and because
he speaks the truth.
I know. I'm almost 100% sure he came from Brooklyn.
Praise Louis. All praise Louis.
Yeah, he came from. I'm pretty sure he came from a pretty a rough upbringing town in Brooklyn where he was this. He knows that life. Yeah. That's that struggling writer. That's him. And so I thought he was by far the best presenter.
And I just want to mention, before we sat down for the Oscars, we all had a list of all the nominees, and a checklist, and we all picked our winners and everything. I just want to say, I had the most wins.
You had the most wins. Oh.
18 out of 25.
Don't mean to toot my own horn, but...
Tim came second with 17 of 24.
Oh, so we're really...
Tim can toot his horn.
Are we doing this here? Okay.
I was third with 15 of 24.
Sweetie pulling in the rear.
Did you even get fourth, or did you get fifth?
I got fourth. I got fourth by 1 point.
Okay.
And close. Emily got fifth. I got fourth with 10.
So
Emily got fifth with 9.
Key thing here, Mr. Ty Switty has seen 80% of the movies.
80 to 90%.
Emily had seen about 25%, yet managed to get one less than him.
I had a really, really hard time differentiating between what I wanted to win and what was going to
actually
win.
Gonna win.
Yeah. So that was a shame.
It was kind of tough for a lot of those categories for me as well.
Yeah.
Good segue.
Let's just run down some categories here. We won't get into all of them. A certain movie won a bunch of smaller ones. We'll get into. Let's start off with what started off the night, which was writing original screenplay, which Spotlight won for that. I had picked Inside Out was a big original screenplay. I was kind of disappointed that didn't win. Or Ex Machina was also up.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to win.
I want Ex Machina.
Speaking of wanted and knowing what would win, like I think we all wanted in our heart Ex Machina.
Yeah.
But I thought Inside Out, just for the original concept, not necessarily like the dialogue or the actual writing, just the idea.
I might have picked Steve Jobs, but that's besides the point.
Was that there?
Not
there.
nominated.
Aaron Sorkin not nominated. What the fuck?
How messed up is that, right? Writing for adapted screenplay, Big Short won for that. Adam McKay, Oscar winner. Wow. ... Wow, right?
Adam McKay.
I almost had that one. That could have been my tying with Scott, but I had Big Short. I had it picked.
God, Tim's still
and
furious.
then I changed it last minute to Room. Stupid.
The short films put me over the edge, Tim. Let's go back to what we were just talking a second ago about Ex Machina. Visual effects. Oof. Ex Machina wins Best Visual Effects.
Stunning.
Amazing.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, Mad Max was up. Revenant was up. That bear, though. Force Awakens was one of the few awards that it was up for. But, I mean, The Revenant and Mad Max, Ex Machina beats that for Best Visual Effects. You guys agree with that?
I picked Mad Max to win. In hindsight,
that's what I picked.
Probably shouldn't, because the CGI is really good, but there's that giant storm that is, like, it's clearly a CGI storm. The rest of it, like, is blended seamlessly. But yeah, Revenant, I'm surprised that also didn't win for that bear.
I'm happy Ex Machina won.
I'm pumped too.
Because
fantastic.
She looked fantastic.
Yeah, there's a glaring, air quotes, obvious visual effect in your face the entire movie, and it seamlessly blends beautifully to the point where you forget that you're watching a visual effect.
I actually read an article recently about the visual effects in Ex Machina. I'm not sure if it was on Collider. I don't know if you guys read it or not. But it was about how a lot of the special effects in Ex Machina aren't that in-your-face, obvious special effects.
Subtle.
Like with Ava, played by Alicia Vikander, she didn't have like a green suit on. Like it wasn't obvious.
What did she have?
It was like a darker suit, and they had like the markers on her, but it was more the computer could sense it, and it wasn't like a visual like cue. So it didn't like mess with the actor. Like so I feel like some actors might get like a little bit messed up looking at someone wearing a weird green jumpsuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she still looked like similar to her character. You know what I mean? When she was acting, and also a lot of the shots where they edited, like for example, where they actually shot the location. It was a hotel in Norway, but it was actually they added a whole bunch of other physical things to the exterior, like satellite dishes and other things like that. They made it seem more like a compound as opposed to a hotel. Like subtle things like that, which I found was very interesting how they did it in a little different way. And you can definitely see an end result, like gorgeous film, and like you guys were saying, seamless. Yeah, seamless.
I think that's the key when you can have great visual effects and the viewer forgets that you're watching, like even a Mad Max. So there's a lot of CGI you don't know is there.
Yeah, it's tough. Like the Revenant, like the bear scene, like that felt so real.
True,
but then the other CGI in that movie wavered a bit. Like the other animals didn't look nearly as good. Right?
Yeah, there were some other animals in it that weren't the greatest. I can definitely agree with that. Yeah. Moving on, and talking about Mad Max there, let's talk about how many Oscars Mad Max won tonight.
Oh, yeah.
6 Oscars Mad Max won for.
6 of 10.
6 of 10.
Solid.
Amazing.
Yeah.
First Oscar, Costume design. It won for costume design against... That was kind of a tough one. That was one where I could see. Revenant, good costumes. Danish Girl, great costume design.
And historical dramas are typically win that award. It
I thought
usually
it'd be
goes to
Danish
those
Girl.
ones.
Yeah. Cinderella also had some pretty lavish costumes. Carol had really good costume design as well. Really, like, I don't know. We both saw it. I don't know if you guys saw Carol. But it really puts you in that era. But Mad Max won, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
Personally. And deserving. Also, it won for sound mixing and sound editing, which I'm still confused about the difference. But editing is the creation of sound, and mixing is how they mixed it together.
How they edit it together.
How they edit it together.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Also, Mad Max won for production design against, again, Revenant, Martian, Danish Girl, British Spies. But, I mean, how do you beat the production? I mean, that's kind of tough to beat that. Mad Max also won for makeup and hairstyling.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And also it won for film editing, which... You guys agree with that one?
Yeah.
The way it was like
more.
quick cuts, like edited, like I definitely agree. The one thing I could have seen it beating out Mad Max was Big Short. The way it edited Big Short, I thought that was pretty good. But I don't know if you guys saw it.
Still yet to see.
I'm incapable of noticing good editing, as I said while we were watching,
Okay.
so I cannot weigh in.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Mad Max did pretty well. It didn't win any other big categories, but all the technical ones it kind of swept. You guys surprised by that, or?
I was astonished that it got nominated for any Oscars, and like extremely happy that it did. I never thought it would, so I was over the moon. So the fact that I think it won the most of any movie tonight.
Probably, yeah, actually.
Yeah, I did
6, yeah.
Revenant.
Are you kidding me? That's unreal. I don't care that
That's
it wasn't
great.
for like acting or director or picture or
The
whatever.
acting ones, I feel like there was a lot more spread out.
Yeah.
In those top
That's
awards.
how it's been last couple of years.
Yeah. Not quite the big sweep that we've... In some years,
Right.
there's been some movies that just sweep
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Moving on. Original song. I'm not sure if we've heard all of them, but Tyler, how do you feel about this?
Original song.
Don't Kurt. Sorry.
Sam Smith,
I caught it.
Writing on the Wall.
For
Spectre. Great song.
It is a good song.
Yeah.
I'll agree. It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's good.
Got a lot of hate. A lot of people didn't like it as a Bond song. But, you know, I gotta agree. The first time I heard it, I was kind of like, as it started,
Classic.
I was like...
It's very classic.
It was. And I was like, this is the follow-up to Skyfall kind of thing. But, like, you know what? Like, after, like, 5 seconds in, like, I was like, wow, you know what? This is classic elements of a Bond theme.
I agree.
So it was great.
I did like Simple Song number 3 from Youth. And The Weeknd probably thought he was snubbed for that. The Lady Gaga song, though. Lady Gaga. What do you think of Lady Gaga's performance? People were like crying.
I actually really liked
Till It Happens to You.
Yeah, it was good. Really good.
She was great.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the other performances?
Sorry,
The
hold on.
Weeknd?
Adam, did you not think
Adam,
Lady
what did you
Gaga?
think of The Weeknd's performance?
I loved
during the
it.
Oscars?
Earned it to win. I love The Weeknd. I'm not pissed that Sam Smith won or anything. I liked the song. I think he's super talented. Love him. He's good. Don't give a fuck about Lady Gaga. She was alright. She went full retard though on the piano. That was weird.
Yeah, I'm so convinced she wasn't actually even playing. At one point, her hand was in the
that's
air,
not
but she was
It's hard
still
to tell.
playing.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Maybe she's
Yeah.
just that talented. I don't know.
To quote Duncan Jones, over the top.
Hilarious.
It's too much.
Let's move on into another category here, which... a movie that me and Adam saw.
Oh?
You guys haven't. And I haven't seen any of the other nominees, but that is Son of Saul won for Best Foreign Language Film. I mean, that's... Just gotta say, like, that's a pretty amazing movie. I definitely agree with that.
I love that fucking movie.
I've heard great things about Mustang as well.
Yes.
So have I. We
Won
actually,
a few awards at the César Awards, France, in
Oh,
France
really?
yesterday.
Yeah, it's a French movie.
Me and
Where's
Scott, when we went to see Son of Saul, the poster was at Tiff Bell Lightbox where we saw Son of Saul. And
Right,
and
it was.
it jumped out at me. I was like, what the hell's that movie? That poster was interesting.
Mustang? What's that about?
And now I'm hearing a lot of buzz for it.
It's on my radar. Moving on. Best documentary feature. Amy won. Amy Winehouse.
This hurts me as well.
Really?
2 choices.
This was the
I
favorite.
changed after I had picked them. I changed this from I had picked Amy, changed it to The Look of Silence. If I hadn't done that, I would have beat Scott.
But you didn't.
Really, really sore still.
I do really want to see
Good
The
to
Look
know
of
it didn't
Silence. I
affect
haven't
you.
seen that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tim, you saw Cartel Land, which was nominated
Which
last
was an
week.
okay movie.
Which is
Yeah.
okay.
Glowing
But as far as
praise.
documentaries go this year,
I do.
worth an Oscar nom.
I really want to see Look of Silence. It looks awesome. I love the act of killing. I'm not a big documentary fan. They just don't. I don't know. They just don't interest me. But Look of Silence looks amazing.
There was What Happened, Miss Simone, which I actually wanted to see this year.
Yeah. Simone.
The story of Nina Simone. I was actually listening to her music today before I came over, and it's just something that it's something that's definitely on my radar to watch.
Definitely. And the Winter on Fire, Ukraine's Fight for Freedom, which I'd never heard of before
No.
tonight.
But it looked powerful,
Never
though.
It
heard
looked
of it.
very interesting.
Yeah.
About the Ukraine war and everything that's going on over there. Okay, moving on. Let's go over to Best Animated Feature. Was there any doubt here that Inside Out was going to win tonight?
Shoo-in.
Kind of a shoo-in.
Yeah.
I know Adam would have liked to see Anomalisa win.
I was pulling for Anomalisa, but on my little ballot that we were filling out, our predictions, I couldn't go against it. I had to pick Inside Out. I knew it was going to win, but I was just, in my heart, I thought maybe there's some way Anomalisa.
I did really like when
sadly.
Marnie was there. That was also a nominated film.
I like when Marnie...
But it's kind of hard to beat Inside Out. It's impossible. I also saw Shaun the Sheep. It's a cute little kid fun movie. But
animated's a tough category to find 5 great ones.
It is. But Inside Out, I think, definitely deserved. Best cinematography.
Oh.
The Revenant. Emmanuel Lubezki.
Back to back.
Back to back to back. 3-peat for best cinematography.
First time
What
ever.
a streak. What a run he's
He
had.
shot Gravity, and then he shot Birdman, and now he shot The Revenant.
Like, what's he doing next? Like, do
Damn.
you guys know what he's doing next?
I don't know.
I need to know.
I'm in. Whatever he's doing next, I'm in.
I'll check my memory banks. See if I can remember.
But cinematography was tough, man. I mean,
Great year for that.
Sadly, though, Deacons,
Seriously.
Was Spotlight up for this?
Carol, The Hateful Eight, Mad Max, The Revenant, and
I
Sicario.
thought Spotlight was for some reason. I remember Spotlight being up for something really
The
weird.
weird is a weird one. I remember it wasn't that one, but it was a weird one. It was up.
Carol, amazing cinematography. Hateful Eight, again, amazing cinematography. Mad Max, great.
Great.
I think maybe not the best cinematography.
I think Mad Max used a lot of post-production color correction.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
The colors are super vibrant.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which isn't really cinematography. Well,
That's
it's partially
to an
because it's
extent.
also the way the camera moves as well as
The framing.
the shots. The framing is really good. I don't know if you guys saw the video they released about having the fight scenes. They always wanted the character right in the middle of the frame, and it shows you the frame cut in half, or it shows you the middle of the
Frame divided up.
Yeah, the frame divider, and it's true. Especially in the one fight between Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron, they're in the middle of the screen the whole time. It's shot really, really well, so it makes sense that it's up.
That's awesome.
So,
But compared to Sicario, Roger
was
Deakins,
so
The
Gorgeously
Revenant,
shot.
Hateful Eight cinematography. I don't know if it's on par with that level of skill, that level of finesse
Yeah.
See,
that those had.
I was just really, really pulling for Sicario.
me too.
Fantastic.
Like Deakins.
I was kind of torn because I felt Revenant really deserved it, but
It did.
I just wanted to see.
Revenant's an achievement. That's an achievement. If
Yeah.
that makes
It's a great word. It
Shot
is
in
literally
natural
an
light.
achievement.
Yeah.
I totally
fully
forgot about
natural
that.
light.
Oh, that's
That in itself is an achievement.
That's why I'm not pissed about it. I really
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
Sicario,
never been done.
Okay with either one.
but the way they did it, nothing. You can't.
Any other year, I feel
deserves
like
it.
Sicario could have won.
So you want to hear what Lebowski's next movie is?
Yeah, hit me.
Well, I'll give you. He also shot Children of Men.
Yeah.
Huh!
Don't know how he didn't win for that. Unless did he win for that?
Amazing.
One of the best shot movies I've ever seen.
Amazing.
He also shot Tree of Life,
Gorgeous.
known for jaw-dropping cinematography. I haven't seen it. His next movie comes out this year. It's Terrence Malick's new movie. weird.
9 out of cups. It's unnamed. It's unnamed, right?
It is called Weightless. It's apparently a drama / musical about a love triangle. Completely unknown cast. Christian Bale, Michael Fassbender, Rooney Mara, Cate Blanchett, Natalie Portman, Ryan Gosling, Benicio del Toro.
I think some of those... I do remember one of those
So
people saying... Yeah.
It's weird.
All nominees this year.
This was a previously untitled Terrence Malick film.
Get Destroyed?
Hollywood?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Christian Bale said that he wasn't sure his scenes were going to be in it. It was that movie. Like, he shot a couple days.
Of course. Terrence
Malick.
Malick.
He's like, I only shot a few scenes, so in Terrence Malick's films that might not make the cutting.
Damn it.
The film, but yeah, it's one of those weird.
I read about that years ago. I saw Fassbender, Gosling, and Bale. I was like,
pretty sure that movie's been filming like on and off for like 3 years or something like that.
It has been, yeah. I read about it. I was gonna say like 3, maybe even more years ago.
Wild. Okay, so he shot cinematography for that.
Yeah, he shot it
in between doing like The Revenant,
everything else.
This guy's I guess the new Deacons,
but with way more Oscars.
But with 3 more Oscars.
Let's continue with The Revenant here, and that is Best Director. Alejandro Inarritu wins again for Best Director for The Revenant.
It's kind of a broken record. I feel like I really wanted George Miller to get it, but I definitely can't be like, fuck this. Like Inarritu.
This Inarritu guy? Fuck him, he don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Like
a true achievement, again.
What a streak he's on, too.
It's like any other year George Miller would have won. Any other year Deakins would have won for what they did. But it's just they ran into the Revenant train. Right?
Yeah. I feel like there's a sports analogy that I'm sort of on the tip of my tongue for that, but
No idea.
Never mind.
George Miller would have been great if he won.
Would have been awesome.
Of course. Can't be mad.
But yeah, right? Like you can't argue.
No.
Yeah. Back to back.
Back to back. Let's see what he did. Do we know what he's doing next? I'm sure he has some things down the pipeline.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Let's move on into the big ones. Top 5 here. Let's start with Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Alicia Vikander wins for The Danish Girl. Any surprises there?
No, I think she was pretty much the favorite going in, right?
She was my
pick.
pick.
She's had an awesome year.
Fantastic
year. Yeah.
I think she should have won for Ex Machina.
Yeah, I don't think.
Besides the point.
I wouldn't have thought that this is what she would have been nominated for. I was assuming.
Having seen both, I think she was pretty fantastic in Danish Girl, but I think she was really good in Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just quickly say, Inarritu, only other thing on his schedule is called a TV show called The 1% that he wrote and directed the first 2 episodes of, starring Ed Harris, Ed Helms, and Hilary Swank, about a dysfunctional family that struggles to keep their farm from financial ruin.
I'm not sure if you guys remember.
That sounds like a
back-to-back Emmys coming up for Inarritu.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I got Ed Helms and Ed Harris mixed up once.
And they're both in one
and
movie.
And now they're both in this movie.
There you go.
This is an accident waiting to happen.
You're a prophet.
Surprised Tim's favorite Kate Winslet did not win for actress in a supporting.
Not a surprise.
So am I.
That was a mistake.
Tim, your own words. She pulled off 3 different accents in one movie. That's incredible.
That's
incredible.
Again, an achievement.
Academy Award worthy.
I did really like Rooney Mara and Carol. And Jennifer Jason Leigh did not win.
Yeah.
I know you were
pulling for that.
You liked her, Adam.
I was pulling for her. She was the odds-on favorite for a long time. I think just recently Alicia Vikander overthrew her, and Jennifer Jason Leigh dropped to 2nd for Vegas odds.
Yeah, then talking about Vegas odds, let's move on to actor in a supporting role. Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies wins. Who was the odds-on favorite from quite a long time ago.
I called it back when I saw the movie. I was like, this guy would be nominated and would probably win.
Actually, you did say that.
I changed my tune recently, even though...
Which I totally disagree with this one. I think this one's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
this shit.
I don't think he should have won at all.
Really?
Not even close.
Mark Ruffalo.
At least the 4 others were better than him, I think.
Yeah.
So who were the others?
Christian Bale, Big Short. Tom Hardy, The Revenant, amazing. Mark Ruffalo, Spotlight, fantastic. Sylvester Stallone, Creed, who I picked to win.
Right.
Yeah, he was a favorite, right?
Yep.
Going into it.
And yet Mark Rylance wins.
When he
Mark
said
Rylance was 2nd in the odds.
As soon as they announced...
probably the big shocker of the night.
That was
Yeah,
it.
that
Like,
was the snub of the night or whatever.
as
Shock
soon
of the night.
like he said,
It was a perfect
Mark
moment.
Rylance. As soon as he said Mark, I was like, yes.
I read that
For
too.
Ruffalo.
I was like,
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, I was pining for Ruffalo.
I didn't think Ruffalo had a chance, but
I think he deserved this through and through.
Because of Stallone's momentum, I was like, okay, obviously Stallone, like, this is obvious. And then I heard Mark, I was like, what the fuck? Mark Ruffalo? And then it was like a double mindfuck. I was like, Rylance, oh my god, Tim was right. From like
I didn't want to be right.
15 episodes ago. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I feel like Revenant won a few awards here, but I feel like Tom Hardy is kind of a snub. Like I feel like I think
agree,
he was
yeah.
amazing.
I thought he should have
I'm
won.
sorry. To me, he blows Mark Rylance out of the water.
That's the thing. I couldn't have picked a one to win this. It wouldn't have been Mark Rylance.
Yeah.
I don't know who I would have wanted to win, but it wouldn't have been
He's
him.
good, but better than Sly and Hardy.
It was Sly's performance of his entire career.
Yeah, like
Supporting character in his own series.
That's ruthless. I never even thought of that. Jesus Christ.
Rough.
I don't know. I think that was definitely the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That and Ex Machina winning for special effects. I feel. Actress in a leading role, Brie Larson for Room.
No
Any
surprise.
there?
Yeah,
The
none.
smallest surprise of the night.
Great to see Brie Larson win for Best Actress. You imagine hearing that a couple years ago? Like,
Yeah.
she hasn't gotten
The
many.
girl from 21 Jump Street won an
Right.
Oscar?
Exactly.
Shit, I didn't even realize that.
The young random sister from Don John. Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie. Like,
Not yet.
just the smallest little bit parts that she's got. But then the last couple of years, she's had a couple, chances to shine in smaller, like, indie movies.
Short
like
Term 12.
Short Term 12.
Fantastic.
There's one other one that's really... She was actually really good in the Amy Schumer film, Trainwreck.
She was really good. as a
She was
sister.
great as a sister
Yeah.
in that. But every chance she's got to shine recently, she's really shone. And I think Room was her kind of coming out party. Really showing that she's a leading actress in Hollywood. I think it was great. The other actresses, Saoirse Ronan probably was, I think, running up on that.
Yeah.
But again, no surprise. And I don't know, Adam, if you want to mention the next one. Actor in a leading role.
Oh,
I don't think he should,
best actor.
because he betrayed Leo.
Best actor in a leading role.
Yeah, you don't deserve this.
What is it? What did it say on your? What'd you put on your ballot? That
I
you
put on
picked
my
in?
ballot. I went out on a limb, a very thin, shaky, blowing in the wind
Twig.
and thought I would shock the world with my Michael Fassbender pick because I didn't want to.
You didn't believe the hype.
I didn't believe the hype. I couldn't
machine.
allow myself to accept a reality where Leo would win, my idol. And I've never been happier to be wrong. Because Leo D is now Academy Award winner.
Leo D.
Leo
You know
D.
they're putting that above every single thing he does now, right? Like Academy
Sweaty,
Award
I'm
Yeah.
Can't
speechless. I'm so happy. I love it.
Pretty awesome.
We've
to
waited
see
our
Leo
life for
finally
this.
win.
Me and Leo.
I gotta ask you: are you happy that he won? Yes.
Yes.
But
Are you
this,
happy you won for this?
like,
I
was
think he
this the
should
role?
be 3-time Academy Award winner Leo D for What's Eating Gilbert Grape and Blood Diamond and now The Revenant.
He's pretty good in
But,
Aviator.
yeah, I thought he was great in this.
Pretty good in Aviator.
He definitely
Not
should have won for
Django,
Blood Diamond.
but
Best
You
supporting.
don't think he was
Django.
good in Django?
not. Well, I think he was good, but not on the same level as those other ones.
I thought he was great in Django.
I think Blood Diamond should have been his Oscar, in my opinion. I don't know who. I don't know who
Actually,
won. Or
we talked
who
about
was
this off the air a lot.
This is mine and Adam's opinion.
I agree with Tim. I think The Departed should have been his Oscar. Pretty insane that he wasn't even nominated.
Yeah,
I guess
I'll agree with
'cause-
I thought he was good in that.
Are you not allowed to be nominated the same year?
Oh yeah, you're allowed to be.
You're allowed to compete against yourself in like one
I don't
category.
know in the same category not because Jamie Foxx was up for 2 Oscars the same year.
Yeah.
What?
He was up for Best Supporting Actor for Collateral and then Best Lead Actor for Ray.
In the same year?
Yeah.
In 2 different categories.
Yes.
That's even crazier.
It's
than
not
2 in the
unprecedented.
same category.
It's
He
not
could've-
unprecedented. It's happened
Wow.
in previous
Really?
years. Yeah.
Well, I thought Leo definitely should have been. I can't believe that. I guess I'd have to see the nominees.
I'm upset that he won for this. I wish there were better roles. I think he could have won.
I don't think it was a legacy thing. I don't think it was like, let's finally give it to Leo. I think he definitely deserved it.
I think he was really good.
Like, he was fantastic. Over Bryan Cranston, Trumbo. Over Matt Damon, The Martian.
That was all choice.
Over Eddie Redmayne, Danish Girl.
It was a good year.
He killed.
Fassbender's the only one where I could see, like, he gave a really great performance as Steve Jobs.
He's way less flashy. Like, he was.
But Leo, it was. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of words, and when he did speak, it was amazing. Like, it was great performance, but it was all in the physicality of his role, like the way he portrayed, the pain of his character and how he wanted to get his revenge and the pain of losing his son and all that stuff, just through his face and his performance that way. I think that definitely deserves an Oscar.
I agree.
All right.
But I also agree, should have won for Blood Diamond. Do you agree?
I agree with that. Fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic in Blood Diamond.
Actually, again, Gilbert Grape.
I'm not sure who won over him that year.
What's his name? Forrest Whitaker for Last King of Scotland.
Ooh.
Wow.
He's used that Oscar real well.
He was great in Last King of Scotland. But
yeah, he was. Give him that.
Moving on.
He did an impression.
To the big one here. Well, maybe everyone was waiting for Leo to win tonight. But Best Picture. Nominees being Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. Winner is Spotlight. What do you guys think of that? Best
Love
Picture
it.
Spotlight.
Predicted it.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not surprised. I was almost changing my answer, and then I looked back and I was like, The Revenant's only won Best Director and Best Cinematography.
What does Spotlight won, though?
Spotlight won Best Original Screenplay, which is...
And Best Actor.
And...
Like...
Yeah.
Revenant. Best Actor.
Yes. But I know not often, but a lot of times a writing award will go a long way with the Oscars. And Best Director, as Adam had pointed out, was like, oh, you usually win that if you win Best Picture. I'm like, you can ask Ang Lee, who's won Best Director twice and then failed to win Best Picture.
Ruthless.
Twice.
Wow. That's ruthless.
I thought it would have been if you look back to last year, Alejandro getting Best Director and then Best Picture. So, Alejandro Best Director, here we go again. I predicted Revenant. That's what I put on my ballot.
That's what I put on my ballot
right?
too, Revenant. Yeah.
I'm not blown away Spotlight won or anything.
No, I'm not surprised.
The odds were 50-50
Yeah.
between Spotlight and Revenant. So, yeah, I'm definitely not surprised. I will say for my money, I thoroughly believe The Revenant is a better movie than Spotlight.
I would agree with that.
Obviously very different. I don't know that I'd even compare them, really.
Yeah,
right?
it's like comparing apples and oranges, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's two very different. And personally, Spotlight was, I think, number 3 on my top 10 of the year. Like, it was...
Oh, yeah, that's right, eh?
I loved this movie.
I mean, maybe ripe for a rewatch. I may have fallen asleep frequently throughout the second half of the film.
Oh my god.
Maybe I need to rewatch it. I saw it very late at night, I will admit.
It was a 10 p.m. show.
It felt
it's
very
good.
long. It was after a day of work. It was dry material. It put me to sleep. I'm sorry.
I think Spotlight was great.
I'm sorry.
It's my number 3.
I think Spotlight is good.
It's good
It was well acted, well directed, very to the point of a style of filmmaking. I don't know if it's as much of an achievement as The Revenant is. I mentioned that about cinematography earlier. I don't know if it's as much of an achievement as far as the production, the acting of
think about what
Leo,
went into The Revenant and what went into Spotlight.
Tom Hardy.
We essentially have the resources to
cinematography.
do Spotlight right now. We have a room. If we had some cameras,
We could also do
We could also do Room.
we could also do Room.
Guys, I have a back room. I mean,
Ooh, I don't. Who's playing Old Nick? Wait.
Who's playing Brie Larson?
definitely.
I could be Brie Larson.
I'm Jacob Tremblay.
You
Scott,
could
you're
Scott,
no
make me-
be the rug, Scott.
You're like the parents and the rest of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the
What was
Revenant.
the kid's like imaginary friend?
They almost froze to death. They friggin' Leo ate raw food.
Vegetarian Leo ate
Oh my
raw
god.
liver.
Yeah.
Is he a vegetarian?
Probably. I'm pretty sure he is.
He's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
After tonight's win, you kidding me?
Hey, bada bing, bada boom. I knew Mad Max wasn't going to win Best Picture, but it would have been nice.
Would have been real
That
nice.
was
Would've been
the
sweet.
whiplash of this year for me, where I'm like, in my fantasy land, Mad Max would win, but obviously it won't.
No.
That's what whiplash
As
was.
much
for
as
me
I
last
would want an action movie to win Best Picture, it wouldn't.
year. Yeah, it never would.
Yeah.
But the nomination is like a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
Plus
nominated.
the 6 Oscar wins are like wins.
It's kind of...
When you put it like that.
A lot like wins.
Yeah.
It's again, this Best Picture, I don't know if we probably did talk about this when we talked about when the nominations came out. But The Martian on here and Bridge of Spies over movies like Sicario
Concussion.
and Ex Machina.
I haven't,
Wow.
like...
Or like
Wow. When you put it that way, geez.
Straight Outta Compton could have been up there too.
If
Very
The
well
Martian
rated.
and Bridge of Spies are up there, I'm surprised Straight Outta Compton wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact,
Like
I
The
think
Martian.
I like that
The Martian.
more.
The Martian. The Martian. The Martian. What the heck? Sicario snub.
See, I've forgotten how like average The Martian is because my brain.
You
is
just
so-
forgot. You literally forgot about it, right?
Well, no, like I was gonna say, like I've been blown up with everyone loving it so much that I forgot you guys agree with me.
Yeah.
Like you guys agree, it's
Very average.
It's
Mediocre.
I did really...
Slightly
like,
above
I
average,
didn't
but
really...
people have
again-
to understand. Average is not bad. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's a piece of shit. It's not Fantastic Four. It's pretty good, but that's it.
It's good.
Best Picture, like it wasn't on my top 10 of the year.
It wasn't on any of our top 10s of the year.
No.
No,
Okay,
not
there
even
you
close.
I don't
So
think
my-
it even cracked the top 20.
top 20? No.
Of the year?
Yeah.
Cousin Vito's
Maybe.
number one.
Wow.
Vito, yeah.
All my
What the
all
fuck?
5 of my cousins
Vito,
and my
yeah.
dad and my whole family
Vito,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
just destroying me. It's like the crowd pleaser, like non, like cinephile, like
Doesn't offend anyone.
doesn't offend anyone. Just
Feel good.
the best response. And Morgan Joe said it. Mediocre.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, like I said, I just think of Ex Machina and Sicario just getting snubbed.
When you put it that
Never.
way, like Sicario wasn't there, but The Martian was. That's horrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bridge of Spies. Spielberg directed a movie this year. Nominated for Best Picture.
I'm more angry that Bridge of Spies is there than The Martian, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just both so average.
Brooklyn.
I like Brooklyn.
I
Okay
liked
with
it.
Sure, why not?
Oh my God.
Why not?
I liked
mean,
it. I liked it,
doesn't
but
have to be up for
again,
Best Picture or not.
Well, for
It's fine with the
Sicario,
is
other
Brooklyn
awards.
over those other movies I
No,
mentioned?
absolutely not.
No, that's
Not even
Ugh.
close. It was fine with the two other
It's almost disturbing.
It's almost like they
wild.
chose not to put Straight Outta Compton up there. You know, like...
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Oscar's so white.
hashtag Oscar so
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
Selma was a movie I was thinking of earlier with Adam. I said that there was a movie recently that's been nominated for Best Picture without like getting any other nominations.
You said one.
One, I was off. They did not win, but it was Selma.
Really?
Reminds me
Right.
of like some of those
Yeah.
choices where it's just like a weird choice that they
Yep.
just like put in there. Like, why is it up for Best Picture if it's up for like nothing else?
It's like how like so the movie was great.
Those
in
were
spite of-
nominated for other things, though.
I know, but
At the time.
it came up
Shockingly.
about something where I'm like, why is Brooklyn up when it was up for like Best Actress and
Well, it reminds me
there's
of
like one other thing.
I think it was Foxcatcher was up for Best Director and nothing else. It's like so his directing equated to apparently not,
It was up for Best.
or was it Best Picture and nothing else? It was up for one thing,
No, it was up for
Wasn't
Best
it?
Supporting
Or, like,
Actor,
acting.
Well, correct.
actor,
right?
and then Best Director,
But not Best Picture.
but not Best Picture.
So I'm like, okay, so his directing was apparently top 5 on the year, but it equated to not a top 10 movie.
Yeah, usually directors get their movie
Doesn't-
nominated for Best Picture, typically.
He directed apparently something that wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense.
I'm looking here. Yeah, all the best directors this year were nominated for Best
Picture, yeah.
Of course, they directed the best movies. So yeah.
Picture.
Anyway.
Yeah. There's one other thing I was going to mention. Oh, yeah, just, again, going back to the snub of Sicario. Only got nominated for cinematography, basically.
Just some Cario.
Sicario and Best
Amazing.
Original Score,
Right.
which Mad Max was snubbed for as well.
It was edited edited. It was nominated for sound editing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm still really pissed that
and the
Star Wars
original
didn't win
score.
either of those.
But I mean, no Emily Blunt, no Benicio del Toro,
Just get shit on.
no Denis,
Villeneuve.
no Best Picture. Like I feel like those are snubbed, but I could go on and on.
Yeah.
I think with that, we'll move on into some of our news topics. Firstly, being the news that Pacific Rim 2 will be directed by Stephen DeKnight. What do you guys think of that? He's the showrunner for season 1 of Daredevil. I'm not sure how much involvement he had in season 2.
I'd rather him focus on Daredevil instead of doing probably a shitty sequel to a probably shitty movie that I haven't seen.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Tim, have you seen Pacific Rim?
No, I've not seen Pacific Rim.
So you have not seen Clifton Collins Jr. at his best.
I've not seen his what was that role again?
Control Board Operator 2.
Right.
What was that
Did not
role?
see
Are
him.
you kidding?
Ha.
His biggest role?
Ha.
Yeah, for me, this seems like a weird fit. Like, you get someone like a visionary director, like Guillermo del Toro, who totally fits in a fantastical big mech robots versus alien monster Godzilla-like creatures. Someone like Guillermo del Toro, I understand. I get that for what that type of movie is. Stephen DeKnight as directing a gritty Daredevil TV show, does that fit with a big monster epic?
Has he done anything else other than just Daredevil?
Adam, I know you're looking up the memory banks.
I just remembered. He wrote and was showrunner for Spartacus, the TV show. Don't know if you've ever seen it, but
I heard of it, never seen it, but it's like
I did watch. I watched a lot of Spartacus.
and
Bloody,
good.
lots of naked people.
Okay.
Great show. If you skip the first few episodes, which are really like, ooh, God, what am I getting myself into? And then it gets good. It's kind of like 300 on the show.
He wrote most of Angel, the show, the Buffy spinoff,
Yeah.
which I've heard is very good.
But Spartacus was very bloody, very violent. Lots of intrigue. I like that. But again, does that fit with Pacific Rim? The fighting, I guess, like the battles, like I guess.
Is Del Toro going to have any hand in this at all?
I think he's still producing. He's still executive producing this.
Stephen DeKnight, Del Toro tweeted this. Stephen DeKnight is directing the script that Del Toro wrote for Pacific Rim 2. Del Toro was going to direct, but he stepped down. The tweet
Del Toro how many projects has Del Toro gotten to go? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's got a...
I think he stepped down to favor something else.
Definitely. I mean, obviously he would have...
Obviously, yeah.
If he's going to step down, it's to do something
It's
else.
to do something else big.
I heard, I think it was just speculation that maybe now that Deadpool has been skyrocketing in the box office, maybe he's going to focus on Justice League Dark, getting that off the ground. Now that obviously it would get an R rating.
Yeah.
So that's something.
That's interesting. Fair enough.
I'll jump in.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I like it. I'm optimistic about it. Tim just scoffed.
No, I'm just looking at
How dare you?
his upcoming films.
Stephen DeKnight?
No, Del Toro. He
What
has
are
like
they?
12
Yeah.
that all just have question marks. Be like, we
Oh
don't know
my
when they're
God.
doing this, but it's happening.
Like what?
Christ.
Enlighten us here.
He's got The Witches. He's got director of the Incredible Hulk TV show,
Not happening.
The Haunted Mansion,
Maybe.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark,
I've heard about
Saturn in the End of
that, which
Days,
is really
Pinocchio, Monster, Hellboy 3, Frankenstein, Fantastic Voyage, Drood, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and At the Mountains of Madness. They are all accredited to him.
Okay.
At the
didn't even
Mountains
say
of
Justice League
Madness.
Dark.
Just a
Holy crap!
So,
H.P. Lovecraft story. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's getting my juices flowing.
You did there, Scott.
oh boy.
Oof.
The
Oh, yeah.
I lost it.
Ooh.
Pinocchio.
Oh,
Is that the
yeah.
one featuring
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Probably. It has a poster already. Who knows?
Because if that's the one featuring Robert Downey Jr., I'm definitely in for that.
Well, duh.
Yeah, like definitely gets my juices flowing.
No cast yet.
Back to
As
what
far
I was saying.
Stephen DeKnight though.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it. I think it'll be good. I love Daredevil. It's the best
Do
superhero
you
show
think
of
that
all
translates well to Pacific Rim 2, though?
Not
And he's
necessarily.
just not going to have any
but
input as far as the overall direction of it, will he? I mean, it's
he's
Guillermo's
directing it.
project. But Guillermo's script, Guillermo's executive producing it. Is he going to have that much control over?
I think if Del Toro, I think if Del Toro was going to be in full control, he wouldn't have he would have directed it if he was going to have control. I think he's just told Deknight his plans for the story, and Deknight's gonna, take over and actually execute it, direct it.
I know he did have a big input on the creature design as well.
Who?
Guillermo.
Oh, really?
That's
amazing.
Pacific Rim 1. Obviously,
Right.
he
I know
loves
the
his
same cast
creatures.
is coming back. He said also Del Toro. Said Charlie Hunnam, Charlie Day,
Idris?
and one more person.
Yes.
I think maybe Idris Elba. I can't remember, but he definitely said.
So did he make it out of Pacific Rim 1?
I don't remember.
I think he
I
might
don't
have.
know.
love
I don't remember.
I
how
think he might have had a hero sacrifice at the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Come on, it's been out for 4 years.
I'll watch it eventually.
Tim
Get
hasn't
your
seen
shit together and see it.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he did or not.
Yeah,
I feel like he might have,
I really don't
and then
care.
survived.
He
You
truly
could literally
doesn't
tell me the
care.
whole plot and be like, okay, this is what I thought it was.
I just think a good storyteller is a good storyteller. I care less about fit. The more I learn about movies,
That's
I
fair.
just care about someone who knows how to direct a story.
You don't necessarily want someone who's just doing the same thing every time. You want someone who can
that
mix it
too,
up.
right?
You want someone who can mix it up.
Well, here's the thing: if Deknight is going to be directing this, and we know that Del Toro is going to be producing this
I'm writing.
and writing, he if he was to say anything to Deknight would be a fool not to take it in.
I just thought of
Has he
something.
directed any big budget films either?
He hasn't directed any films.
Stephen Deknight.
He's directed Spartacus and Daredevil, and written both.
Interesting.
But I just thought of something. Talking about fit, Stephen Deknight. This was on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't remember what I had heard though. Talking about fit, he was one of the writers brought in by Paramount to write the new Transformers movies.
Deknight?
So he has written stories about giant robots fighting giant aliens. Don't know if there could be a better fit. If we're talking about the question of fit.
Interesting.
Are the robots also aliens though in Transformers? They're kind of the same thing, though, right? I mean, if we're talking specifics here,
Semantics.
it's
they're
alien robots fighting alien robots, not
Are robots really
robots
robots?
fighting
really?
aliens.
They're
I mean, just to I
Yeah,
don't mean to pick it
you're
apart
right.
too much, but
No, you're not. You're not. It's the details that
Scott.
come with Transformers movies.
No, I meant to say Adam.
That's my name, Tim.
Get your fucking
I have-
facts straight before
They
you bring
are.
it to this table.
We don't want
That
no
is a
sweaty
fact.
facts floating around here, okay?
You can.
They're robot aliens.
Oh, sorry. That okay. I meant it's a fact that he was a member of the giant writing team they brought in for the new Transformers movies. So as Collider was mentioning, someone questioned, "Is he a fit?" And then Christian Harloff was saying, "Well, he probably some of his ideas that got rejected, he's going to bring them to Pacific Rim 2."
fair enough.
So he has ideas about robots and aliens fighting.
That's fair. That's fair. I think we'll move on into our next news topic, and that is the news that James Mangold of Wolverine fame is now attached to direct Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Captain Nemo, apparently, which is a Captain Nemo origin story. Previously was to be directed by David Fincher. Now it's James Mangold, who did Wolverine. Among other gems.
Copland, Walk the Line, 310 to Yuma.
Yeah, he's a good director.
So what do you guys think of that? This is also coming on the heels of some news that came out a while back about, maybe not that far back, about Bryan Singer is going to be directing his own 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Well, that's going to be terrible.
Ruthless.
Anything Bryan Singer does outside of X-Men and Usual Suspects is terrible.
Unusual Suspects was
It's very
the first
specific,
movie.
because what else has he done besides that?
Superman Returns and Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack the Giant Slayer.
Jack the Giant
Jack and the
Slayer.
Beanstalk.
Very fantastical
Okay.
in the same realm as
very bad movies. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Tim,
but-
your opinion on this? I mean,
We can't tell. What is it?
David Fincher was previously attached, so shit.
he might be previously attached for a reason.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Winslet.
Hey,
Disney
shots
origin
fired.
stories seem to be really big for the last like 3-4 years. You got like Maleficent
Cinderella.
and
Riveting.
it's a retelling of Cinderella, and you got Jungle Book being retold, and
Beauty and the Beast.
Will
coming out
Captain Nemo
So, I don't
be Indian? That's what I want.
I don't know. They probably get Benedict Cumberbatch to do it or something.
Wow, they'll
That's a
get
Colin
Gosling.
reference for you.
Gosling as Captain Nemo.
Oh, that'd be great.
soon. That's played by Tom Hardy.
If they know what's good for him, they'll get Sir Ben Kingsley,
That's perfect. Yeah.
the best Indian actor ever.
For some reason,
That award winner, what?
I kept thinking of the actor from
Leave Your Stranger Gentleman.
Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Not because it's another submarine-related movie.
I was gonna say you can do other movies besides boat movies.
But, you know, I forget the actor, the Indian actor.
I know who you're talking
in that
about.
film.
That guy's great. Yeah.
The guy who played the Oompa Loompa in Tim Burton's Willy Wonka movie,
No.
Definitely
Oh,
not.
okay.
Get out of here.
the 3-foot guy.
He was
That'd be
just
sick.
another
Come on.
another member of the crew in Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. But he was an
I'm
Indian.
pretty sure he's a
man.
big actor, right? He has a big like mustache.
Yeah.
Big,
He was also in another of those films from Wes Anderson, which was Darjeeling Limited.
okay. Yeah, that guy's fantastic.
Well,
He's great.
allow me to jump
But, I mean,
in and
you
take
know,
over.
cast
Captain
and speculation aside, James Mangold, Adam.
He's kind of the opposite of Bryan Singer. His Wolverine movie, but his other stuff,
Yeah.
310 to Yuma,
Awesome.
Walk the Line, Copland, all three are great.
Those,
So I'm pretty excited.
definitely.
Well, excited is the wrong word. I'm optimistic. I don't really care about Captain Nemo. I don't think. I called him Captain Nimoy earlier. I don't know shit about Captain Nemo.
Plus, I'm always worried how much freedom they get when like
it's Disney.
a giant Disney studio like Disney is behind it. Di, what's your?
You're awake? What is it? You're alert? What? You're in the
Sorry,
combo?
What are we talking about? No, I'm excited to see what they do with this, just because I did. Well, I think enjoy is the wrong word to use.
Here we go.
But-
I know where he's going. Jesus Christ.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I want to like again like with Johnny Depp and the Invisible Man. I want to know what they're doing. I'm excited.
So every episode you have a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen like connection.
That's my goal.
Invisible Man, now Captain Nimoy. Nemo. Fuck.
See, here's my opinion on the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Okay. I've read the comic, the graphic novel series. Fantastic. Great series. The film adaptation, horrible adaptation of the material. Just disgusting.
Really
Like,
shitting on my life right now, but okay.
I feel sick thinking about
Oh my
the potential of what they could have done
Start Sean Connery.
with that film.
Sounds like you're Alan Moore.
god.
I'll agree though. Like it's ridiculous.
I agree.
And Captain Nemo is a really interesting character in that story, and they played him very stereotypically, and they didn't give him anything really in that movie. But I feel
Do you
like
have any like dialogue other than one-liners?
no. But thinking of like in the graphic novel,
I didn't know.
how much more there is to his character, I feel like there's a lot of potential there, depending on who they cast and which way it goes. And to imagine like that ship, the Nautilus, like under the sea, like experiencing weird, crazy worlds and like monsters and shit like that. Like that's. I think that's cool. I think that there's some potential there.
When you put it that way, David Fincher doing that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Could be an Edgar Wright situation where you're just thinking like, what if Fincher did this the whole time?
What would Fincher do?
What would Fincher do? I ask myself every day.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that the reason he had a falling out with Disney is he wanted Brad Pitt, and Disney wanted a young starlet, like a Chris Evans type, not like an aging person. So I think
100%.
So they wanted a Caucasian male to be Captain Nemo. That's what you're saying.
both sides, Fincher and Disney,
Wow.
wanted that. Yeah.
Unreal.
It's just Jake Gyllenhaal, that shit.
All right, I'm down with that.
Prince
Yeah.
of Persia?
Yeah.
Is that the reference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. That's why I'm on a podcast about movies. Bitchin'.
Mic drop. that makes me sick. Also,
Ruthless. Okay, I thought
he's
Brad
an
Pitt
Indian
should be-
man.
He needs to be played by an Indian actor.
Again, Brad Pitt, the perfect choice.
It's not like he's like a raceless character. He's like
Right.
fully Indian.
That comes down to the problem.
That's part of his core
his
character.
Right.
Yeah.
That comes down to the problem where we have with the Oscars. You know, like we have a movie being made here.
Thank you.
The character is an Indian character. Get an Indian fucking actor.
Like Ben Kingsley. Thank you. I agree. Gandhi, Academy Award. Come on.
Do you work for the Academy? Is that it?
He was in this
Yeah.
movie that came out this year, actually, where he plays an Indian taxi driver too. I don't know if you guys.
Are you kidding?
I'm not
Actually, I think I saw that.
I'm telling
teaching,
you.
didn't see the
teaching
movie,
this.
I think he's
woman how to
Indian
drive.
and he plays a white British man in real life. That's mine.
He's acting in real
His
life.
life is acting a white British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I hope. I'm not sure if that's confirmed.
Well, what I took away from it, other than the race thing, was Disney wants an origin young Captain Nemo, and Fincher wanted the OG, old grizzled Captain Nemo.
Interesting. The OG.
Old
The
grizzled.
OG, old and grizzled. What? Brad Pitt. He's like 50.
Let's move on into our last news topic, though.
Yeah, fuck that movie anyway.
Fuck it. The latest film from Derek Cianfrance, which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Cianfrance, director of A Place Beyond the Pines, and there's one other one which I'm forgetting.
Blue Valentine.
Blue Valentine.
Makes you want to not fall in love.
I've heard.
I have seen that movie.
That's pretty.
Definitely
Soul crushing.
depressing
Yeah.
as far as relationships go.
Jeez.
But he is directing the upcoming The Light Between Oceans, starring Oscar winner Alicia Vikander, which in the trailer it said Oscar nominated.
Spoilers.
That kind of
Update.
and Oscar nominated actor Michael Fassbender, not winner,
Ruthless.
not winner,
Correct.
and Oscar winner.
Not winner.
Oh my God,
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. Yes,
Is it
is
Oscar not winner?
winner.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said
Also
Oscar.
winner.
What did she
Okay.
win for?
Oscar also winner.
Constant Gardener.
Yeah, what?
Wait, what?
Constant Gardener.
Never heard
Constant
of it.
Gardener. Yeah.
Thank you.
And the story is essentially Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander are on a remote Australian island with a lighthouse, and this little baby gets washed ashore on a ship on a raft. They take it as their own, and it turns out we find out in the trailer that the child is actually Rachel Weisz's child, who was lost at sea, and she also lost her husband in the same event, and they weren't aware that it was the kid, obviously, and it's sort of a story about that. What do you guys think of the trailer?
Do we know the connection between Rachel Weisz and Alicia Vikander? Are they
I don't think they're related.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I was wondering if they're friends. They met each other, neighbors, sisters. I don't know. I was wondering if they covered that.
I think the story goes something like Vikander and Fassbender are on the island for a bunch of years, isolated,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go to the mainland, and then that's where they see Rachel Weisz's character.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Does that make sense?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
From what I gathered.
And then they're like, oh, wow, she lost her child, who would be the same age as our child, who we found washed up.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Coincidence?
What do you guys think of this trailer, though? Tim, let's start with you.
I like this trailer. I'm a big fan of Place Beyond the Pines. Love that movie. So I'm intrigued. This looks pretty solid.
This is an adaptation of a best-selling novel as
Yeah.
well. It's not like an original.
I'm down for whatever Fassbender does.
I gotta agree.
I'm gonna have to agree with Tim on that one. I think it looks borderline great. I was gonna say it looks great. I might have to say great. Visually,
Yeah,
beautiful.
Cinematography
Yeah.
looks really
Yeah.
nice.
That's what jumped out.
Even
at
in
me.
the trailer, they're showing awesome scenery shots. I'm like, oh boy.
That reminded me of Youth, where the movie Youth that me and Scott saw, just
Surprisingly
gorgeous, just surprisingly gorgeous. I wasn't expecting that.
How about that one shot, that side profile of Fassbender holding someone, possibly Alicia Vikander? He kicks the door down on the side.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was an amazing shot.
Just they're showing mountain sides or something, and just the lens flare was
The The
beautiful.
landscapes with the
Hit me.
sunsets and tears streaming down faces, and
I'm sure the performances will be amazing. I love both Alicia Vikander and Fassbender. they're dating in real life, so the chemistry is going to be amazing.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
Oh, yeah,
that.
they're together.
Their babies are going to be beautiful.
Definitely.
We'll see in the movie, apparently. Oh, no, not their baby.
No.
Right.
That's very bizarre because he's pretty tall, isn't he?
He's pretty tall.
Yeah,
dude,
she's a ridiculously small girl.
she's very small.
He's not that tall. He's not excessively tall,
No.
I don't think.
But he's
He's
like-
average. He's average.
He's my height, my looks.
From what I
It's
remember...
pretty much Tim.
So Tim, you are fast.
Guys, I'm secretly Michael Fassbender.
Knew it.
Pretty sure his dick's like one Alicia Vikander arm. From what I remember of Shame, anyway.
Yeah, I've seen Shame too. I can verify. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just added Shame to my watch list, by the way, so I'll let you guys know.
Like right now?
No,
after I
actually,
said
it was
that?
last
Okay.
week, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, this movie looks. I can kind of see where the plot's going.
You kind
That's
of
what
already
worries me a
know.
bit.
They did reveal a lot.
Yeah.
They didn't quite leave much for the imagination there. But I do wonder if it's a case where that happens early on in the movie still, and there's a lot that happens after.
That's the vibe I got. I have a feeling they're
Relationship-wise.
holding back a little bit. I feel like there's still going to be enough there.
Even another twist, even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be like a relationship between Fassbender and Vice or something like that. Like them two get really close, and he's like gets really friendly with her, and he wants to tell her that like we have your kid, but his I suppose
Internal
Pretender's
struggle,
wife is probably like, no, this is our
attached.
child. We've had her for 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be some interesting dynamic there.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. Tyler, you have any thoughts on the Light Between Oceans?
Like you said, like it was kind of somewhat predictable, just because they kind of give away a lot in this. At least that's what it seems. I won't really know until we see it. Yeah. Like who knows how much they've given away so far.
Fair
Sure.
enough.
If you've read the book, you know, I guess.
That's true. Anyone's read the book?
Nope.
Come on, guys. Bestseller. It's on the bestseller list.
Get on it. There's
Not
literally
right now, but
100,000 books
It
on
was.
that list.
It was at one point. I
It
think
was the bestseller,
at one point, perhaps. Can't verify that.
possibly.
Let us know in the comment section below if you guys have read Light Between Oceans. I think with that, we'll end episode 34 of the Up Real Late podcast. Again, big week this week. Oscars 2016. Let us know, again, in the comments what you guys thought of the Oscar winners. Leo winning, Spotlight Best Picture, big night, Chris Rock. Let us know. Tweet at us. Post on our Facebook. Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate, and remember to subscribe to us on iTunes. You can follow me on Letterboxd at UpRealTim. Tyler, before you fall asleep.
I'm going to quickly plug this in here. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast, as well as you can find me on what do we do? Letterboxd at
God.
Up Real Ty, Tye.
Shows how much you go on there.
Hey, no, I'm on. I'm just completely asleep right now.
Adam.
Great. You can follow me, Adam, on Twitter at Franey25, FRANEY25, and on Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam. Real spelled like a movie reel.
Cool. And you can follow me on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if you guys do like our videos, don't forget to like, leave comments in the comment section below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. With that, guys, keep it real.
Oh.